You're in the bullseye. Hi, everybody, and welcome inside UB Athletics. I'm Paul Peck, voice of Buffalo Bulls football, joined by radio color analyst Jim Kubiak. Once again, Jim, the Bulls take on the Pittsburgh Panthers. They win the battle of the stat sheet. More total yards, more first downs, but that's not the one that ultimately counts. It's the one on that scoreboard behind me.
Yeah, Paul, and I think, statistically, Buffalo certainly in the game, but when you look at scoring points, really missing Alex Newts. He accounted for 70% of the touchdown passes on the year, 85 yards per game. Without Alex Newts down there in the red zone, Buffalo really did struggle.
Well, as the players talked after the game, those victories on the stat sheet, those moral victories of improved play are starting to get a little bit old. The frustration starting to set in a bit. Let's head into the Buffalo locker room.
There was opportunities out there tonight. I thought our kids competed, and there was, without a doubt, we had a good week of practice, and they were prepared. We had our moments out there. I really felt, coming out of the locker room at halftime, our kids were, they were locked in. I saw that at the end, just a lot of fight, a lot of spirit, a lot of heart, and a lot of determination by our kids.
1st and 10 from the Buffalo 42. Fake the handoff. Sunseri pressured and sacked. Steve Means grabs a hold of him and rips him down at midfield.
To hold Pitt to 254 yards of total offense is pretty impressive by a defense that is definitely rose to the occasion. Khalil had a great day. I mean, you could just tell that he was, playing with a tremendous amount of passion and determination, and his leadership continues to inspire us, and we just got to learn how to play better football on a more consistent basis.
Fake the handoff, throw the ball, caught by Dunmore at the 25, at the 30, spins off and gets down to the 35-yard line. John Dunmore, the wide receiver, nice grab of 20 yards to move the chains and get the Bulls drive off to a good start.
I felt real good to be out there and productive. I've been behind Alex Newts this whole season. He went down, so I had big shoes to fill, I felt like, and I did. Thanks to Zordich and the offensive line, I was able to catch some balls and try to make something happen.
I was real proud of Stormy today. John just did a good job, and a lot of the guys on the team are too. And there's guys that said that Newts was hurt, and we need somebody to step up, and John did a good job of that.
Now Devin Campbell goes in motion, and they hand it to Campbell. Sweep on the left side, turns the corner at the 45, at the 50, and across midfield all the way down to the Pittsburgh 43-yard line goes Devin Campbell on a great end-around run.
It's so close. It's so close. It's either play or we're just so close to getting it. It's frustrating, but we're going to get it together.
5 games left, all MAC games, and, and 3 of the next 5 are at home, and we got to get this right, and that's what champions do. They continue playing and competing until they get it right, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, welcome back to UB Stadium. I'm Paul Peck with Jim Kubiak as we continue to break down the Bulls' 20-6 loss to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Jim, when you look at it, Pitt did what they needed to do to win. Let's not take anything away from that. But really, 2 plays you could look at this whole game were decided on. An interception in the first half thrown by Alex Zordich, and the 41-yard screen pass that sets up a field goal for Pitt. Other than those 2 plays, Pitt's offense didn't really do much more than that.
Yeah, and Buffalo's defense continues to be very stout inside, and it's been that way all year. Like you said, Paul, a couple of key plays, and that's how close the margin of error is for Buffalo. And only 3 takeaways is really the only thing I can say defensively that's been a struggle for Buffalo, because against the run of the pass, they've done a great job.
Well, and a lot of those other plays that Pitt didn't have success on were mostly due to Khalil Mack once again, as he continues to add to his incredible resume here in this game, a career-high 12 tackles. Talk a little bit about number 46's performance.
Well, he's dynamic, and on that screenplay that you're describing, he was on the right side and ran 40 yards behind the play to make a touchdown-saving tackle. That's the kind of effort and passion this guy plays with, and I am just an honor to watch him, and he's a fantastic football player, and, I think a lot of people are talking about him.
Effort and passion we saw from Alex Zordich. I mean, he wasn't able to get the Bulls into the end zone, but he's such a try-hard guy, and he's a guy who always fights down to the end. He continues to improve in his throwing, and there were times in this game when you felt like he might have had the ability to bring the Bulls back. Assess his performance today.
Well, I think he did a really good job. I think passing the ball, he's getting better and better, and, let's face it, without Bo Oliver, this team takes on an entirely different offensive perspective. And, you know, I think the Buffalo's struggling a little bit with that right now. And Alex Zordich has great heart, great determination, big and physical, and he made some great plays with his legs today, keeping Buffalo in this game.
He got help from a couple of unlikely sources. We've seen what Devin Campbell can do. He goes over 100 yards again. First true freshman running back in Division I in history, have 2 100-yard games in a year. And then how about the former walk-on and the generally unknown John Dunmore, who chips in with 7 catches today?
Yeah, John Dunmore, he's been servicing the offensive unit most of the year, and John Dunmore comes out with 7 catches. He fills in for Alex Newts and did a great job. And, you know, what can you say about Devin Campbell, a true freshman? I played as a true freshman. I know what that's like, and, you know, things are awfully fast out there, but he's doing a nice job adjusting.
Well, next up, the Bulls homestand continues against a very good Toledo Rockets team. We'll see. Maybe this is the week that Brandon Oliver comes back. Maybe Alex Newts comes back. And I think we'll see a different Bulls team if you put those 2 all-MAC caliber performers back in the lineup. How much difference could those guys make?
Well, a tremendous difference. Brandon Oliver is the heart and soul of this offense, and I think everything is predicated on what he does. So when he gets back in the lineup, I think that's going to make a huge difference for Buffalo.
We'll see. That's next week. It's the Bulls and the Toledo Rockets right here at UB Stadium. Kickoff at 3:30.